Hello everyone, Edwina here, and today I'm showing you my Beatrix Potter snippet roll. Well, as you can see, it's not quite like a snippet roll. It's for a swap with Lori of Twisted Artdesigns, and I will put the link to her channel and the link to the video where she opens and shows it on her channel. When we discussed it, we agreed on the theme. I mean, who doesn't like Beatrix Potter? Because I really didn't want to do just a straight Peter Rabbit one again, because I've made a couple. But the idea of Beatrix Potter, including the characters from her books, was really great, and as it turned out, was fabulous. Laurie suggested that we don't use spools so that we can lay it flat in our package across the pond, as it were. And when I realised we weren't restricted by a spool, I said, well, let's make it wider. I thought there was possibilities in that idea. So this is why it's wider. And this is the back, and it's, as you can see, it's almost 6. We agreed on 5, I think, so it's a bit bigger than we I think it started out as 5, but anyway, it's 6 approximately, and it's about 40, but it was meant to be 40, but I think it's probably longer than 40 inches now. And this edition was because I found it in my stash, and I thought it would make a nice wall hanging anyway, so as I had this, and this will lie flat, of course, in the parcel, so that's not going to be an issue. Okay, right. I made it as I would make a snippet roll, by starting with a piece of calico and then stitching lace snippets all over it. But on the back, when I'd finished, I added this lace, which goes all the way down to the bottom, just to cover up the stitching. Right, let me turn it round so you can see the first. It's going to be difficult to show because, you know, of its size, but I'll do the best I can. Right, now, so what we have, after I'd covered it in snippets, I went through and added words and pictures and quotes and lots of pictures and stamped images, etc. And once that was all stitched down, I then added the embellishments. So, right, what we have at the top here, there's a piece of lovely pretty lace at the top here, and to cover the calico really, and we have a little applique with a button. It says the world of Beatrix Potter, and I've put pearls round, flat back pearls round it. I won't go into too much detail because there's tons of it. And this is a picture, oops, get my finger out of the way and show you properly, of Beatrix Potter as a young girl with her rabbit, which I think the rabbit was her pet, and it inspired Peter Rabbit. And I had this idea, I had this long fringe, as you can see it's quite long, and I thought, well, that would make a nice curtain to put round the picture, and so that's what I've done. put a bit of trim at the top, and then we've got buttons side and some leaves, etc. Right, the first quote says, "There is something delicious about writing the first words of a story. You never quite know where they're going to where they'll take you." And all the quotes are from Beatrix Potter herself. Right, next section is where are we? Yeah, is Benjamin Bunny. Okay, Benjamin Bunny, and this is the red scarf that appears in the story, features in the story, and here's a bunny charm, and it has got his name. They've all got their names, and here is a stamp. I thought Lori, who's in America, would like or appreciate British stamps, to make it, extra special. Now here, let's move, see if I can move it up a bit. Here, where's here? Here we have some beads, charms, and this charm that says "Life is what you make of it." We have another button, bling, a black button. Now this is an envelope which I unfortunately didn't make the pocket big enough for it. It's too shallow and is likely to fall out, so I've get my hand out of the way and stop knocking the camera, and so I put this little belly band round it so that it will stay in. Now inside the envelope, well, it's a surprise. Let's keep some of it back. I think you'll have to go to Lori's video to see what's in the envelope. And then we have some stamping. This is Mrs. Tiggy Winkle. I was really pleased that I found a stamp, because I wanted to include stamping as part of it. Now there's also a, sorry, when I say stamp, this is a rubber stamp, although I don't think it was a rubber stamp, if you know what I mean. And this is a postage stamp, which again I thought Lori would quite like. And hands in way, hands in way. There's a hedgehog charm there, another quote, and here is Mrs. Tiggy Winkle with her iron, and I put pearls all the way round. There's lots and lots of trims and pearls and buttons, and it was so much fun making it and choosing all the different kinds of trims that I had to embellish it. Here we have another pocket, and inside this pocket, and I will tell you what's inside this one, is a packet of spring onion seeds. Yeah. I kind of lost the carrots, but I was going to put carrots in, but it's spring onion seeds. I thought that I was thinking more of Peter Rabbit when I made when I put this idea together, but because they don't all eat vegetables, but that was the idea anyway. And here we have Mr. Jeremy Fisher, and that's a fun story, and this is him catching the fish, which was the wrong type of fish. And on this one I've got a fish charm. I've got some ribbon down here that is actually Peter Rabbit ribbon. We've got some sequins, and I put this tassel. I wanted to have as much variety as I could find, and so I love the idea of putting a tassel. Now this quote says, "With opportunity the world is very interesting." Again, another one of Beatrix Potter's quotes. Now, next we have Tom Kitten. And everybody knows what happens to Tom Kitten. Well, if you've read the story, I mean. And here he is with his sisters, and here he is on a stamp I found, and here he is on a postage stamp. And we have the butterfly, of course, the lace butterfly here, and we have some charms, bead charms again. Another quote. Where are we? Can you see the quote? Yeah, there's a quote. And now we move on to, we've got two here now. We've got, I was running out of space, and there's so many characters. We've got Jemima Puddle Duck, and with Jemima, really we have a nice picture of her, very traditional picture, and I found a stamp, and really that was all I could put in for Jemima. And we also have Squirrel Nutkin and the owl, which features in the story. Very important character in the story. I found this gorgeous where are we? I don't think I'm showing you the right. Oh, there it is. This right squirrel charm on a tree. Really like that. I hope that Lori does as well. And found a stamp as well with Squirrel Nut King. And then we come to the end of it, and we have Peter Rabbit, of course. I couldn't not have it without Peter. So we have Peter and the scarf that features in Benjamin Bunny's story with the onions. And we also have another picture of Peter in his traditional way. And we have Beauty is Everywhere. And then we have this bow with the word love on it. And then, of course, I couldn't not have some sort of fringe or dangle at the end, and so we have this one. And I've put two layers of that, one on the back and one on the front. So that's it. And of course, as you can see, there's lots and lots of different kinds of trims. There's bobble trim and lace trims, gathered trims and flower trims, and just all kinds. Oh, did I show you the cat charm and the butterfly charm and lots of beads and ribbon flowers? Oh, and the frog charm. That's cute, isn't it? For Jeremy. And flower appliques. This one's got beads and sequins, and there we go. That is my snippet roll come wall hanging for my swap with Lori. And I hope you like it. It was great fun to do. As you know, I love making snippet rolls, and this was particularly exciting because there was no restriction on the size, and I liked working bigger. I love the subject, the theme that we had chosen, and so it was, you know, what could have been more heavenly, as it were. And I shall now be packing that up and sending in the post. And I shall be uploading this video when Lori receives it. So when you see this, she will have received it. Okay. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. I've no idea what's coming next. Because I'm in a bit of a hiatus and I have so much choice. So, you know, look out for a surprise, I guess. And anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and I hope you like my Beatrix Potter wall hanging stroke snippet roll. Bye for now.